So why do farmers need business continuation and estate planning? This is a true story. This is a ranch I'll be discussing, but for you farmers out there, actually any business owner really, farmer in the 1890s starts a ranch. We'll call him Mr. Black. He builds a successful operation with about 10,000 acres in California. One of the boys takes over the ranch and keeps it going. And when he passes, one of his boys takes it over from there. Fast forward to the 1980s, and a grandson of the original Mr. Black passes away with the original ranch, but has put no planning measures in place. The land, cattle, and equipment were worth about $5 million, which in 1987 was a lot of money. Still is today, but worth a lot more back then. Let's take a look at what this lack of planning cost grandson Black and his heirs. In 1987, the federal estate tax exclusion was $600,000. Above $600,000 of assets in an estate, there is a blended rate that ranges from 37% to 55%. For sake of the argument and ease of math, let's just say that rate was 50%. $5 million in ranch assets minus $600,000, the exception, is $4.4 million of taxable estate. At a 50% estate tax, that means that grandson Black's surviving heirs were shocked to be hit with a $2.2 million tax bill. Oh, by the way, heirs, you have 90 days to come up with that money. That's the law. They simply didn't have it. So now their only option is to start selling off parts of the ranch that have been in the family since Mr. Black established the ranch way back in the 1890s, fire selling his family's legacy for pennies on the dollar. They end up selling parcels of land. They had to sell all of their cattle. In the end, they wound up with a fraction of their land, no cows, and a ranch that had lost its ability to earn an income. All this had occurred in 1987. Now, great-grandson Black and his family actually did an admirable job of navigating these challenges. Eventually, they built back up their herd and were able to get out of the hole left by the estate tax burden. But it took over a decade of that family living on nearly nothing to overcome the challenges left by that huge estate tax bill caused by the lack of planning by his dad. 30 years later, the ranch is almost back to what it was before the forced fire sale. But it's hard not to imagine what the ranch could be today if it hadn't been for the massive setback in the 1980s. If Mr. Black had done some simple planning, purchased a basic life insurance policy to cover the estate tax bill, this entire situation would have been avoided. This is just one example of the many landmines we can help you avoid with proper planning. Reach out today and we'll get your planning completed and done properly.